The rise and fall of the Oyo Empire. Old Oyo Empire was a vast and powerful force in the history of the Yorubas and Nigeria as a whole. This great empire was established in the 15th century by Oromiyo, the grandson of Oduduwa, who is known as the father of the Yorubas. There are many myths and legends associated with the foundation of the empire and the infiltration of Oduduwa into Ile-Ife. It is pivotal to note that the rich culture of the Yorubas cut across the shores of Africa and even to Southern America. Oyo Empire was well known for its industrial productions in bronze making. Because of its wealth and military skills, Old Oyo was and still remains the most important and authoritative faction of all Yoruba principalities. The Alaafin was the apex ruler of the empire. Although not autocratic in nature because of the checks and balances in the system, he was undoubtedly a driving force in the growth of the empire. The Alaafin is escorted by 3 eunuchs known as the Efas to the afterlife. Oyo adopted the parliamentary system of governance and a constitutional monarchy. The Obas were the chief administrators of the Yoruba states. They exercised executive powers over all the people of the empire. Obas paid tribute to the Alaafin in respect to their ancestral home, and those tributes were also a source of wealth to the empire. The powers of the Alaafin were checked by a group of kingmakers called the Oyomesi. They exercised legislative functions and was headed by the Basharu. The Basharu plays a vital role in the formation of the empire and has the power to impeach either the Alaafin or the Obas. Oyo Empire was very decentralized in nature, and powers were distributed among several bodies to prevent authoritarianism. The powers of the Oyomesi were in turn checked by the presence of the Ogboni fraternity. The Ogboni was considered to be very scared and commonly referred to as the mouthpiece of the god. With their office headed by the Ifa priests, they were the judicial arm of the empire and were consulted for spiritual solutions, strategy, and prayers, while the Bales were responsible for revenue generation. The main growth of Oyo began during the second half of the century, when Alaafin Orompotu started using the wealth garnered from trade to establish a powerful and trained cavalry. Following the conquer and subjugation of the kingdom of Dahomey, Oyo's wealth grew and the empire flourished for many years. Now to the fall of the old Oyo Empire. As with all nations, too much wealth often leads to strife, jealousy, and conflict amongst its rulers. Oyo was no exception. The increase in the empire's wealth brought about this conflict. Some of the rulers aimed to use the wealth to further strengthen their military force, but the other half wanted to gain more wealth and amass a fortune. A bitter and bloody civil war broke out during the reign of Alaafin Abiodun, and this caused a weakness in the central government of the empire. The events that led to the secession and eventual fall of Oyo began towards the end of the 18th century, 1793 to be precise. The Alaafin and Are Ona Kakanfo Afonja developed serious issues. The Afonja, who was hungry for power, began a series of attacks in the northern faction of Oyo. These attacks resulted in confusion, chaos, and political instability amongst the people. Other vassal states took advantage of the breach and rebelled against the authority of the Alaafin. Are Ona Kakanfo Afonja secured the help of the Islamic Fulani, thinking they would help him overthrow the Alaafin. He was betrayed and killed by them instead. Old Oyo Empire was razed and demolished eventually in the year 1896.